Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially, updating you on some big breaking news. Now, as we all know, a bit more transfer rumours have updated now. Jose Mourinho, as we all know, has got quite a few players on his current agenda because he spent 300 million now in the 3 transfer windows, and during the summer we got the pursuit of Matic, Lukaku and Lindelof, in the current prospect. Jose Mourinho is still interested, he wants to address that left-hand side, basically, because the board have said we have to sell before we can buy. He wants to address that left-hand side because I think that's the main part in the United team that needs strengthening up. He's still in search for a few midfielders as well, is Jose Mourinho, but reportedly now, in the press is reporting, this is coming from Sky Sports, that reportedly Man United have showed an interest in Leon Goretzka from Schalke. I did mention him quite a while back. He's a midfielder. He is very tall as well, but he's a player that's been mentioned quite a few times in the press. He said quite a few teams have been monitoring an interest in the player. It's said by Bayern Munich have been interested because they're still looking to add depth into their squad as well. It's also mentioned Arsenal have been interested. Liverpool have had an interest in him as well. Also, it said Barcelona have had an interest in him as well. But reportedly now, Manchester United have entered the race to try and sign Leon Goretzka, because Leon Goretzka is a player. This is 5th season in the process now with Schalke. He's made over a century of appearances for Schalke. He scored 4 goals this season for Schalke as well. But he's made a century appearances now for Schalke, as the current player. Also very good, in the Confederations Cup, was joint top scorer, for Germany. So very good for Germany. Indeed, as well, the current player, and also has performed. He's been in the Schalke reserve team as well. Raised up the ranks as well. And Schalke paid just £3 or £4 million for him. And when he joined Schalke, since making his debut in 2013, he signed a 5-year professional. What? All right. He signed a 5-year professional contract, did the player as well, because he's an ex-Bochum player, is Leon Goretzka. He's an ex-Bochum player, he was there quite a lot of years, he reasoned up the youth system very well there. This is including, where he reasoned up the ranks, and then he made his professional debut for Bochum in 2012 as well. He was only there, I think, a season, was it, in the senior team as well, but Schalke paid £3 or £4 million for him, but since he's been at Schalke, he has been a fantastic player as the player. But he's a player that is coming to an end of his contract in the summer of 2018. But Schalke do not want to let Leon Goretzka currently leave the club. So I think Schalke are in the process of trying to secure a new deal, so he doesn't leave Schalke, Leon Goretzka. But he's creative, he's good in the eye, he's fast. He can score goals as well. His link-up plays are very good. Is the players as well. So reportedly now he is on Manchester United's agenda as a current player. It did say before, he did prefer the move to either Barcelona or Bayern Munich. Did Leon Goretzka, but it would, be good, to see Leon Goretzka, come and experience the Premier League as well. But it's saying from Sky Sports that Manchester United have showed an interest in the midfielder as well, Leon Goretzka. But as I said, he's an ex-Bochum player where he made his debut as well, the current player. But since being at Schalke, he has been absolutely phenomenal, as the player as well. But he is coming to an end of his deal, so he could become a free transfer next summer. If he doesn't sign a new deal with Schalke. But as I said, Schalke don't want to let him go. Schalke let Klasnic, go on a free transfer to Arsenal, as we all know, during the summer as well. But a lot of teams, have showed an interest in Leon Goretzka. Bayern Munich have been interested, Arsenal, Liverpool, now Manchester United, Barcelona reportedly, been interested in him as well. But yeah, that's the big breaking news about Leon Goretzka as well. And he's a very good player. He's made those century appearances now, scored a lot of goals for Schalke as the current player as well. But also to update you on Manchester United, we've got quite a few players on our agenda, because Mesut Ozil is potentially on our radar as well. He's potentially a Barcelona target. He's Mesut Ozil, but reportedly, as suggested out, in the press, to be quite fair, as said, he's confirmed as Ozil that he's still in contact, with Zidane at Real Madrid. So reportedly, Ozil is still in contact, with Zidane over potentially, possibly making a move back to Real Madrid, which I don't think will happen. But it's Manchester United and Barcelona. Reportedly, Chelsea have been interested in Mesut Ozil, but Mesut Ozil has suggested out that he wants to play in the Champions League one day. He wants to be in the Champions League, and obviously Arsenal haven't got this, and this is first time in 2 decades. Arsenal have not had Champions League football. But Mesut Ozil reportedly come out in the press the other day. Reports are stemming from Spain that reportedly Ozil had agreed a contract with Barcelona. It said he had agreed a deal with Barcelona, and it said it confirmed that Ozil's agent has been in discussions with Barcelona. As we all know, but it did say Ozil was keen on staying in the Premier League, but Arsene Wenger had actually come out regarding Ozil and Sanchez, who are coming to end their deals with Arsenal. They will not be sold in the January transfer window. But as I said, if Ozil that is to go, they'd rather cash in Arsenal, rather than let him go on a free next summer, as I said. But also Ozil's been demanding a higher wage increase, of over £300,000. But I think it did say, Man United, I think Man United have been advised, to get him on a free transfer next summer and let him run out his contract. But to be fair, Jose Mourinho has not potentially ruled a move out for Mesut Ozil, because obviously Jose Mourinho used to work with Mesut Ozil at Real Madrid. They were fantastic together. Ozil made over a century appearances in Madrid. This is 5th season now in the process of Arsenal. He's made over a century appearances now with Arsenal as a Mesut Ozil, but good at creating chances, fantastic at providing assists as well as Mesut Ozil, strong, quick, good in the air, good at leading the lines. He's Mesut Ozil as well. Got a record of assists, since coming to the Premier League. We know the contract talks are stalled, so we know Arsenal are nowhere near in the process of securing, Mesut Ozil a new deal, with Arsenal Football Club as well. But yeah, he's also got experience of being in Germany because he was in the Bundesliga, for 5 years as well. Arsenal paid £42 million for him from Real Madrid. Well, just over £42 million for Mesut Ozil as well. But dramatically, I love it, Manchester United. Jose Mourinho, says he's a very, very good number 10. He's Mesut Ozil as well. And Barcelona, we know I'm interested in the player, but Messi said he'd rather see Coutinho at Barcelona than Mesut Ozil in the current process. But confirmed to say, Barcelona have got quite a few alternatives. I think Barcelona seen Ozil as an alternative. Philip Coutinho, basically, in my opinion, still their main priority target. We know Griezmann, has also been on Barcelona's agenda. But we know, obviously, Manchester United have been heavily linked with Griezmann as well, because Jose Mourinho did miss out on quite a few targets back in August. But saying about Philip Coutinho, we know that's Barcelona's main priority target is Philip Coutinho. It did confirm in the press yesterday that actually, where reports stemming from Spain that Liverpool had named their price tag, and I think, they were demanding that they wanted around £127 million for Coutinho, if he is to leave Liverpool in January. And since the window's shut, Barcelona and Liverpool, have been in negotiations, they have been in discussions in the current process. But are Barcelona preparing to pay £127 million? They may want to get, Coutinho on a lower fee. We know Coutinho's become one of the most creative, agile midfielders, especially, since he's been at Liverpool Football Club as Philip Coutinho as well. But Coutinho is still in the contract with Liverpool, don't forget, until 2022 as well. He's made over a century appearances now for Liverpool Football Club, as Philip Coutinho. But as I said, Coutinho was keen on making the move back in August, but due to Liverpool owners and Liverpool board, and Jurgen Klopp still knows Coutinho is a key player and he's a central player, they were not willing to offload Philip Coutinho. Hasn't been his best this season, due to injury, Philip Coutinho. But we know Barcelona had 3 bids turned down for Philip Coutinho, back in the August window as well. But as I said, ex-Inter Milan player, also had experience, with Espanyol as well, in Spain as well, Coutinho. But Liverpool purchased him from Inter Milan for £8.5 million. This is now his 5th season in the process. But as I said, Messi wants him there, Suarez wants Coutinho there. But Coutinho elevates at a high level, play amongst better players, go to a much bigger club and win silver. And you were Jurgen Klopp, Coutinho is not currently going to be doing this. He's also very, very good for Brazil as well as Philip Coutinho, but he's obviously on Barcelona's agenda. But obviously, if Barcelona do fail with the pursuit of Coutinho, they have alternatives as well, as we all know. But Griezmann is another player that's on Barcelona's agenda. Griezmann, is heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford. And the press did come out, and well, the reports stemming from Spain, it come out in the press the other day actually that Griezmann had reportedly asked Barcelona to trigger his 87 million release clause. We know that Griezmann's still under contract with Atletico Madrid until 2021 or 2022. I think it is as well, Antoine Griezmann. But yeah, agrees on the contract 2021-2022. You know, he did estimate 6 out of 10 he would make the move to Old Trafford, but due to Atletico Madrid's transfer ban, a deal in the process never materialised. But as I said, it did come out saying he's reportedly asked Barcelona to trigger his 87 million release clause. He actually did say as well, he did say in the press the other week actually that reportedly Griezmann had agreed personal terms and agreed a deal in principle to join Barcelona. We know Manchester United have also approached Griezmann's representatives. Man United have been in contact. He did say the Manchester United move is still a possibility, but Griezmann did say he does regret the decision, you know, that he did not join Manchester United, because I think he'd full number 7 fantastically well, because that number 7 role, we've got it vacant. We haven't had a good number 7 for quite a long time. He also has a fantastic friendship with Paul Pogba, you know, which would be very beneficial as well. Antoine Griezmann. But yeah, we know he was heavily linked to a move to Old Trafford back in August, but due to transfer ban, you know, we never got a deal over the line. But his versatility is very good. He's skillful, he's strong, he's good in the air. He's Griezmann as well. He's strong, he's good at going around defenders. He's Griezmann, and I do really like him. Antoine Griezmann, you know, in the current process hasn't been in his best form this season, let's be honest, but it'd be good to come and see him experience the Premier League, because he's got so much experience of being in Spain, you know, Real Sociedad, you know, risen up the ranks there, you know, across 5 seasons, you know, won the title there with them, you know, scored 52 goals and just over 2 century appearances as well, did the player. Also very good for France as well, you know, very good in the Euros, was voted the best player in the Euros, and made his international debut in 2014 as well. Did Griezmann help France, you know, got to the quarter-finals there as well. But we know Manchester United have been heavily linked with a move for Antoine Griezmann as well. But it could be in January, it could be in the summer as well. And I think he's had discussion with Diego Simeone. This could be Griezmann's last season, you know, with Atletico Madrid. This is 4th season now in the process with Atletico Madrid. But he's still on Barcelona's agenda, you know, reportedly. And it did say in the press the other day that Jose Mourinho is identified, you know, 4 left-footed targets. As I said, you know, and these likely ones were Danny Rose, Bale, Griezmann, and Mesut Ozil as well. And saying about you know, as it actually come out in the press yesterday about Luke Shaw, I think it says Man United have put a price tag of £20 million that Luke Shaw could be available for £20 million in the January window. Man United purchased him for £29 million from Southampton, Luke Shaw as well. Luke Shaw risen up ranks fantastically well with Southampton. You know, there has been talks of, you know, Danny Rose and Luke Shaw of a potential swap deal. In my opinion, I think, you know, Danny Rose would be a fantastic replacement for Luke Shaw. There were talks saying Man United willing to offer £40 million plus Luke Shaw, you know, so we can go on and get Danny Rose, you know, in the current process. But as I said about Luke Shaw, he's had a difficult time, you know, let's be honest, since he's come to Manchester United. We still have the option to put that 1-year extension on his current contract, which will take him under contract till 2019, Luke Shaw as well. But he has found it difficult since he's come to United. You know, he's only played 32 times in the Premier League. We know he's 4th or 5th choice left back now under Jose Mourinho, you know, is Luke Shaw. And Jose Mourinho had give him a lot of criticism last season. We know that the player's known for injuries, Luke Shaw, as well. He's had difficult times. He's come to Manchester United. There were talks about he could go back to Southampton, but maybe Southampton have to offload Ryan Bertrand for that. To offload Ryan Bertrand, you know, before that happens as well. But reportedly, it's said Newcastle have been interested in the player as well. I think Newcastle are keen on getting him on a loan deal rather than signing him permanently. But Newcastle may still pay that £20 million, you know, that we are demanding for Luke Shaw as well. But hasn't been the same player, you know, since he broke his foot. We paid £29 million for him. Southampton made his England senior debut in 2014 as well. And he's still only young as Luke Shaw, don't forget. So if he goes elsewhere, he'll get more game time under his belt, Luke Shaw. And he'll get more game time under his belt. And he has not played in the Premier League at all this season, Luke Shaw. He's only played twice in the Carabao Cup as the player as well. But we know he's 4th, 5th choice left back now. And, you know, he's quite, you know, without a doubt, Ashley Young's been our best player on that left-hand side position, you know, especially this season as well. But it says we have to sell before we can buy. But as I'm saying, you know, about Luke Shaw, basically, you know, he could even go to Tottenham. You know, there's been talks, as I said, about Luke Shaw and Danny Rose's potential swap deal. He may be keen on reuniting with Pochettino, obviously, you know, they were fantastic together at Southampton, obviously, you know, before Pochettino went to Tottenham. But saying I think Danny Rose is a favourable player to replace Luke Shaw. We've been heavily linked with him. He did say he was willing to turn Chelsea down, to make a move to Manchester United. Danny Rose. Danny Rose still under contract till 2021 with Tottenham. He's been at Tottenham a decade. We know he's been at a lot of teams on loan as Danny Rose. He did say back in August he wasn't satisfied with the wages he was receiving. He did criticise Tottenham for their lack of investment, in the window as well. He did say he didn't want to play for 15 years without one trophy or one medal. And there's teams out there that can double Danny Rose's wages. As we all know, and Danny Rose is clearly, he's not satisfied with Pochettino, because we know he was out injured. We know he's known for injuries because he was out with injury for about 9 or 10 months. Was Danny Rose as well? He got dropped for North London derby. Also got dropped for. The what game was it? The West Brom game as well. So potentially Danny Rose could potentially make a move to Old Trafford as well. And we still got players that are going to end the deals, as I'm saying, and. As I said, to you guys the other day about Daley Blind, Fizzy's career could be over and he could leave in this summer. Also, too, there's been talks about Matteo Darmian as well. As it did mention about Daley Blind in the press the other day, the ex-Ajax player, where he won 4 every device titles, of Ajax, where he'd risen up the youth system fantastically well. He's been at Old Trafford now since 2014. We purchased him for nearly £14 million from Ajax. He made his international debut in 2013 as well. He's not far from making century appearances now in the Premier League, but Daley Blind has only played 3 times in the Premier League this season for Manchester United, so he'll be another player, that's probably frustrated with lack of game time, he's been getting this season because he plays defensive mid, he can play as a full-back, he can also play as a centre-back as well, Daley Blind, but very, very good for the Netherlands. He was a member of the Netherlands squad that finished third in the 2014 FIFA World Cup as well, Daley Blind as well. But reportedly, what did it say now from the press that Inter Milan have been interested, but it did say Vizzi's career could be over in the summer, Daley Blind as well. But in the process, Man United have not yet been in contract talks of securing him a new deal, but we do have the option to put a 1-year extension on his current contract, which would take him under the club until 2019. But that's basically, we might be only doing that, so we could cash in on Daley Blind, during the summer as well. It's gone the same with Darmian as well. Matteo Darmian, reports coming out the other day, reports stemming from Italy that reportedly who were interested. Napoli had been interested, Roma had been interested in it, Milan and also had been interested in Matteo Darmian as well. Matteo Darmian, who's been at Manchester United in 2015, because we purchased him from Torino for just over £12 million as well. He made his international debut in 2014 as well. Did Matteo Darmian in his first season with the club, he won the FA Cup as well. But Darmian's agent has confirmed Darmian is yet to receive any offers, of leaving Manchester United, and Darmian, hasn't played much this season, but his versatility is good because Darmian can play on each full-back, can play as a left-back, he can play as a right-back as well, and Darmian, to be fair, we were frustrated about this because he risen up the ranks into Milan. He made his debut at age 17, and then he went to a team on loan, then he went to Parma, and he had 4 fantastic years with Torino as well. But these are falling down the pecking order. There's Luke Shaw, hasn't played the Premier League this season. Darmian falling down the pecking order. He'll be frustrated with lack of game time. Blind this season will be frustrated with lack of game time, so we could see these players go. And Ashley Young's, without doubt, he's been the more regular. He's been played more regular under Jose Mourinho this season on the left-hand side, and without doubt has been our best player, as we all know. But the big breaking news is about Leon Goretzka. Reportedly, Sky Sports are stating that Manchester United have showed an interest in Leon Goretzka, the Schalke player. He's coming to an end of his deal in 2018. I think Schalke are willing to offer him more money as well as part of this new deal if he does sign a new deal. So, but reportedly, Schalke do not want to offload Leon Goretzka, as we all know. Schalke do not want to offload Leon Goretzka. It's said by Munich be interested. Barcelona have also been interested. Arsenal, Liverpool have also showed an interest in Leon Goretzka as well. But I don't think Schalke are willing to offload the player because this is his 5th season in process with Schalke. He's been fantastic since being at Schalke. He's made over a century appearances now for Schalke. Schalke paid £3 or £4 million for him. He signed a 5-year professional contract with them back in 2013. But we all know he risen up the ranks with Bochum. Majority of his time now, he's in the youth ranks, and then he obviously made his professional debut Bochum, if I pronounce it right, in 2012, and then Schalke had got him in 2013 as well. Also very, very good for Germany as well. He was joint top scorer, in the Confederations Cup as well was the current player, but he's creative, he's agile, very, very tall as well. That would be beneficial. So I think he'd complement our midfield. Would Leon Goretkza as well, but he's out of contract to 2018, so he could leave Schalke in the summer on a free transfer as well. Could the player he's already scored 4 goals this season for Schalke as well. So potentially, Jose Mourinho's still looking to add ranks in the midfield. Jose Mourinho's still looking to address the left-hand side, as we all know. So we will see what happens with that in the current post. So anyway, guys, 7 minutes update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do consider it, subscribe as always. Take care. God bless, guys, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye.